two of the key carries from Valkyrie and stop them from getting, all of the keys worth onto the points. It was able to elongate that game much more than we thought it was really going to on that sudden switch of pace in about the halfway mark when Valkyrie started running away with it. But Coinflip, they had some pretty impressive moments themselves and just being able to stop some of the key runners from Valkyrie with running away with the game.
Very, very good. And now coin flip, you need to think of, well, I mean, you still have a couple games to figure this out. You have a little bit of time to be able to try and just like suss out what exactly Valkyrie's game plan is. It seems like they're almost on even footing. I'm curious what map they're going to go with here.
I am too. They looked very toe to toe on Vigil.
I mean, at that point, do they try and just get the run back on Mizra?
And Eye of Mizra. Be interesting. We haven't seen any team really pick to go to this map.
I mean, they haven't picked it yet. I'm just saying, like, if
Yeah.
they want to try and do like a key map here, and like if they're confident in their play, maybe it was just like a slight tempo loss. Maybe they're like, ah, I made one mistake that ended up costing us. If I won't do that again, kind of a situation. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure what's going through their heads right now. Oh, okay, and it's all right.
And it's going to old Palm Bay.
Yep. All right, here we go. Palm Bay time. Well, if all else fails, go to Palm Bay.
What do you
I
think?
like this
Doghouse, we
mentality.
don't experiment in this server. We don't experiment in this game mode. We just go Palm Bay and click Ultra Heavy.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Oh my lord. All right. Well, we're going to see if the teams are ready on that one. Coin flip still showing that they have a lot of fight in them, but just I want to see how they adapt on this Palm Bay map. I'm assuming now if they do want to try and just do that earlier comp that I was mentioning where you try and get the Makilja, try and just get more of that melee pressure, that's probably their way to victory, but can Valkyrie see that?
That's what I wonder. I think we're gonna see any hurricanes come out. We saw a couple, but I don't think that hurricanes really were a big difference. I think the key difference, honestly, have just been these Norns. Honestly, they've been so swingy, and once they're allowed to go through, whoever the better Norn is, or just whoever can clean up the Norn before it becomes a menace to the other team, has just been a particular, I guess, like priority for teams to really account for in these matchups. And I think going into this matchup, it's going to be something that if they're going to give Valkyrie, that Norn, like we just saw in that match, it's just such a menace. I have to be wondering what they're going to be banning here.
I mean, if they do,
Proceed
if
to ban
Valkyrie does
striker.
ban the Makilja, I think Coinflip has to pivot, has to try and go into that ultra heavy style. And frankly, I don't know if they have it. They're looking to ban out the Norn here, get Thrax off of this comfort pick. He's really been stepping up on this pick this second day of the tournament. And Valkyrie actually going for the Makilja.
Proceed to select striker.
Bans are, as I think we expected, getting that Norn away from them and the average Makilja ban just to keep the balance on this payload map. We do see interesting Panako on the both teams. We don't see the Tricera coming out from Valkyrie. I think they're just preferring the Hurricane over that. And there is no Inferno from Coinflip.
So this is a interesting development here. Thrax actually going on to the Hell and Valkyrie being the ones to do the double bruiser buddy setup with a Welkin and Hurricane, opting not to have a ultra heavy, and instead maybe this is a situation where the Serenith is being the cart pusher, old walk the dog scenario, but Nutella sauce actually going on to the Tricera here with Hurricane ASWG backing him up. I want to know where is their damage coming from in this composition, because like the Hurricane definitely does like a considerable amount of damage, but if your Welkin is not covering for your Trice, like you kind of have like this weird dichotomy of Welkin and Hurricane kind of babysitting the Tricera. Maybe with the Panaka, you don't really need to do that as much, and that allows the Welkin to try and just venture out a little bit more, see if he's able to go for picks and set up with the Freyr and Elise. But it's going to be very difficult, especially when you have the likes of Hell, Inferno, Serenith just beating down on this Ultra Heavy here. It's going to be a rough game for them regardless.
Yeah, I think honestly, what I'm worried about is where's any of the interruption resistance on Inferno.
Prepare
Like once
to
the Hurricane,
engage.
you have the Hurricane shields and the drones. I guess I think they're going to be relying on, but they also have to worry about the health follow up on top of that. Not to mention there is another Hurricane on the other enemy team too. So once their own Hurricane stuff is gone, like where's the energy defense for the Tricera?
I mean, with the recent buffs and everything, Tricera is definitely a stronger pick in the meta, it seems. A lot more teams looking to lean into it, but I still think if you're staring down the barrel of a Hell, Serenith, and Inferno, it's going to be a little difficult for you to try and get just survive in that situation. Simulacrum already dropping very low, about to drop an armor purge here. Gets the box, gets full repair cable from the Panaka, but now you have two members away from the fight trying to just set up triage, and Nutella Sauce ends up going down. Tricera venturing a little bit too far out while his healer was otherwise occupied.
Absolutely. I think that was a little bit optimistic by Nutella there. Just go and set up a point and he just kind of paid the price for it. Tuso looks to be a little risky. Had the Panaka fighting for him, shielding for him. There's a couple of third ones who are on the point for him. And oh my god, Yusa's going so deep. Why is he going deep? He's bringing his Panaka with him. We're into the trenches. He's just trying to sacrifice with the conscript. And Wraith kind of being the lone offensive output I think that Coinflip has. I think it's going to be very reliant on Wraith picking up the DPS slack that we say that they're kind of lacking here. And I'm a little bit worried that they may be again, optimistic that Wraith is going to be changing so much of their DPS output.
I mean, right now, it seems like both teams kind of just opted to give up the first point and focus more on this TDM, try and just get death timers higher, see if they're able to stagger their opposing members. Valkyrie managing to grab the first point amidst all the chaos, but now with two members down on the side of Coinflip, Valkyrie able to just get this early setup onto B. Sentient actually putting down a lot of oppressive fire on the back end there, as Brain is currently just carrying this cart all the way over to B, looking to get that point ready. Two members still down on the side of Coinflip, and right now things have relatively stabilized, but Valkyrie in the lead.
As we said, I haven't seen these Valkyrie HP bars fluctuate that much. Meanwhile, Coinflip is losing a couple members every fight. A little worried about what Coinflip is going to be, kind of doing in order to stop the progress of Valkyrie. If they have to get off their cart and sacrifice their kind of entire team setup, which is just plant the Tricera all 4 feet on carts and just hope to God that you don't die in the process, what is the offensive, output from there?
No re-armor available for Simulacrum, having to dive into the meat grinder that is Valkyrie right now. Valkyrie take B for free, as the rest of Coinflip looking to just see if they're able to try and push forward. Still not that heavy of a percentage difference right now. And Thrax actually going down. Coinflip with an opportunity to try and restabilize here. Are they able to put enough pressure on Valkyrie to see if they can catch up here? Again, only 7 points, or 7% the differential. Simulacrum still very low, not having access to that armor. Are they able to try and make a play here? He's still about 2 minutes away from his armor, and Valkyrie are just leaving him alone. If he face checks, then they'll be able to address him, but they know, hey, if he wants to hold his armor, he's not able to approach us.
Looks like he did sacrifice his armor, decided to get back into the fight, but Wraith is looking kind of sketch. Panaka does, I think, make his way to him, but the shield's already gone, so he's just... Simulacrum is just gone. I swear I blinked and I missed it. He is just off the map, back into the escape pod, and reuniting with the rest of his team. The carts, like you said, are pretty close, and they are coming up onto the objective point, so Simulacrum's death timer doesn't really matter too much, but wow, the amount of... Look at this pressure down the hallway from Valkyrie. Oh my god, all the lasers. There's just... How do you stop all of this? They have to get off the cart. They have to hide behind cover. And Sentient is just doing a really good job of swinging through and in and out of cover, just providing just that little bit optimization, staying in the fight and forcing the Coinflip to approach in a really, really bad spot.
I mean, one thing I'm noticing here, the Panaka and Hurricane combinations with the additional terrain and drones that you need to shoot into or shoot past, so obnoxious for both teams, but it looks like even with all of this additional terrain, the additional melee pressure isn't really doing too much, but we finally stabilized. It's an even game right now. Multiple bodies on the point for Valkyrie. This is looking to be an all-out brawl. 2 members of Coinflip falling, 2 members of Valkyrie falling, and now with both healers, two sources of energy, or multiple sources of energy damage, and the fly trap being set up by Thrax, this is looking pretty good for Valkyrie, but they need more bodies on point here.
Thank you, Lockram is just tanking, and they do have the HP. Coinflip has these heavies and has the additional HP bars of the Elysius to throw to the point. And meanwhile, Valkyrie doesn't have any healers, so this HP damage on Sentient and Thrax are all permanent. Thrax is about to go down. I think he's getting chipped, focused by the Freyr. Meanwhile, the Serenith is not looking too great too. The Welkin has to make his way back to the point after respawning. There goes Serenith, bully's down, and Thrax is just trying to live on this 1 HP, throw out some geometry, and get the damage that he needs. But look at all of this absolute tank onto the wall by the Panaka, and Thrax is gone as well. ASGW, she's holding up the shield, and the Hurricane is just being an absolute menace to any of the interdictors on the enemy team. It's just too much like support, and I think this objective point, this is where we see Coinflip's con start to shine, is that once Valkyrie is staggered, how do you get through these HP bars and the support that Coinflip has? Nutel is still living, even at that 20% HP is practically a full HP bar compared for every other mech on the game. There goes Sentient again, the Inferno's gone, now we have no damage, Jake is gone too. There's no supports and no DPS, and I think Coinflip has finally secured this point.
Very amazing plays from Coinflip, leveraging their advantages here with the Hurricane Panaka setup, forcing the range from Valkyrie to get up close, putting Thrax in a position where he needs to actually dive in to try and do damage to this Tricera and end up losing his life for it. Coinflip, very good position right now, 12% difference between these payloads, and now Valkyrie trying to force their way back in, but now you need to just throw yourself onto the cart. The aggressive Serenith play here coming out, not actually being challenged for the most part. Sentient also looking to just put some suppressing fire out. A bunch of damage coming down onto Coinflip's cart. It's just an all-out brawl here, but you need to dislodge them here. 93%, it's getting close. Bully ends up killing Nutella. They managed to stall Coinflip's cart for just a little bit longer, but you need to keep them off. You need to be able to keep someone else from your team on their cart. They're pushing again. Coinflip 4% out, looking to equalize the score here. 97%. This is getting way too close. 2 members dead on both sides. Jake looking very dangerous, very low, as only 10% HP. They managed to leave him alone, but it is not enough. Coinflip taking this game 2, equalizing the scoreline, a much better showing.
That was an amazing change of pace in that 3rd point. They were a little stuck on that 1st point, and I think that really changed up once they got into the tunnels. Once they could just quiet and comfortably set up the Tricera and the payload, they just had their team, chase after them and stall Valkyrie into the 2nd point. And I think Valkyrie, I think they got a little lost in the sauce there. I think they were so focused on maintaining that lead that they kind of forgot that, hey, there's an objective point that is going to have a timer and going to give the other team to catch up there. And after that, Coinflip just knew, hey, all we have to do is sit on this point. They can't engage on this. They have a Hell, they have a Nord. They can't sit on this point with us and challenge us. We have the HP, we have the close range damage.
Very well played from Coinflip. So now the ball in Valkyrie's court. Do they try and just challenge them mechanically here? Bring the... Okay. Looks like we are going back to a key map. Valkyrie finding their footing on these key runner maps. Interesting.
So we will see that Eye of Mizra. I didn't think we were going to see it today, but once again, Domino willed it into existence, and so we're playing.
I mean, hey, I may be a little persuasive, but I mean, if they're watching the stream, don't get any ideas from me. I'm bad at the game. But anyway, Coinflip, Valkyrie, Eye of Mizra. Let's see how these teams end up shaking out here. No substitutions to my knowledge. Let me just double check with them real quick. But now going back onto this key map and Coinflip understanding how Valkyrie likes to play those styles, do we think that there's any sort of adaptations from Coinflip?
I think that coming off of Vigil, Valkyrie's comp is very reliant on Coinflip not kind of thinking a little ahead. They were a little ahead of them to each point, and they knew when to give up when they needed. And Coinflip, they were catching them. Like they saw when Valkyrie would take the key and they would try to put a stop to it, but I think they have to just be able to stop it a little earlier because Valkyrie would just get a little too close to the point that they couldn't stop it fully. They were getting the Freyr stuns into the walls, but they just couldn't finish it off before the rest of the team came off and peeled for them. So I think that Coinflip is going to change, hopefully, up their comp just a little bit and just keep up with the speed that Valkyrie seems to be playing on these key maps.
And we are getting into this next game. 1-1 the scoreline. And Valkyrie with first ban here. Let's see if they have anything specific they want to target from Coinflip.
Proceed to ban Striker.
So it seems that Valkyrie really just does not like playing into the Machilia. Relatively common ban from them, it seems.
Nobody likes being command grabbed.
Get me out of the jar.
Proceed to select Striker.
Welkin
And
banned by Coinflip.
Welkin banned from the side of Coinflip. Okay, so at that point, the Norn is online. And let's see what else ends up happening with this team composition. Okay, wait a minute. We've got double flyer coming out from Valkyrie again. And Suya
Is
going
this-
on to the Sky Raider.
Raider. Double flyer comp from these. I think that they're trying. I think they're hoping that with these double flyers, they'll be able to shut down Thrax a little bit more. And like I said, maybe just rotate a little bit faster and just stall them from getting these cheesy points. Especially with the Serenith, you're going to have these missiles that really, discourage him from being able to cable these point keys and kind of just easy.
Oh, there we go. Okay, the last second Panther
No?
swap. I was about to say, I'm like, Suya's a Panther player. I don't think that like Panther players understand how Sky Raider works and vice versa. So like that threw me for a loop. I mean, you're right. You're right. But very interesting decision from Valkyrie. I feel like, is the Alphard more value than the Sky Raider in this situation?
I guess.
Because the Alphard, it doesn't necessarily when I think Alphard, right? I'm thinking
Yeah.
primarily we're looking to stop boxes. We're looking to try and just get rid of a lot of the drones.
Mhm.
Coinflip don't really play that style.
Prepare
Like
to
they
engage.
ended up running it in that last game mainly because I feel like they had no other option. But given their relative comfort picks here, I think probably Sky Raider would have been a better pick here. No?
I think it was just a comfort pick by No Bully himself, honestly. We've seen him on this Alphard. Looking pretty good, so I think they're just opening up to experimentation. It is a 1-1, so they have time to figure out what they're really looking for, but getting off to the start of this match, we are focused on a Q size, taking a little bit of damage, still has his fluid armor ready. Eyes in the skies, boys, and just Singulacrum taking a little bit. Might have to purge soon. Great stun by the Norn onto the...
Oh, multi-man stun from the Norn. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
And as quickly as we compliment him, unfortunately, he's been put in the grave. That was a very quick kill onto the Norn, saying, no, do not stun my teammates. You will be punished for that. As Husker actually dropping relatively low. Drones on him, but I don't think it's going to be enough. His health bar is dropping way too fast. Husker trying to get out of dodge. Ox 2, I believe, being full burnt here. And Suya ending up falling on the back end.
There's 2 kills off of no objective contest. I guess we're just trying to work off those death timers, and that's perfectly fine to begin with. Once again, Valkyrie is there first, but Singulacrum on the Elysius, he's got the armor purge to spare. I'm not sure if he should be playing a little too.
Oh, they're not seeing the cable.
Oh dear, we're looking at
Okay,
it.
okay.
Wraith is gone now though. This cable is once again a threat. Trading kills, good prayer for Falcon. I think that's a pretty decent pickup. This point is where the Serenith is trying to do its best. You keep people at the point, but he's dropping low. Oh dear. Oh, the prayer is looking out for him. He has his eyes set on him, and he's Panther into the wall. There goes Sentient. The Inferno is down, and Thrax is looking low too.
This is looking to be a team wipe on the side of Valkyrie. My God, Thrax goes down, Sentient goes down, Husker soon to follow. 3 members down on the side of Valkyrie. Coinflip, are you able to grab this, or is the Alphard Falcon combo good enough to stall for you guys?
I think they. Yep, I saw that Sereneth going up there. There was only so much that the Falcon could do. He had to have run out of resources at some point, and he will be bringing it, hopefully, home. The Falcon and Illuminate is on him, though. He's a little frail, but it's fine. Oh,
manages to get the drop off, dies immediately afterwards. That's fine. You did your job. You got to the point. That's fine. Jake ends up dying right afterwards as well. So now C Point not having that healer up, seeing if they're able to just whittle the health bars down for Valkyrie, keep this momentum going. But it seems like the clapback is fierce as Valkyrie manages to kill Simulacrum. And now 6 members strong coming into this C Point. Valkyrie, you have an opportunity here.
I think that AHW is just trying to 1v1 the enemy Falcon, put him out of his misery, and also keep on some pressure onto the other flyers. This Alphard, and meanwhile, oh my god, the Sereneth is going down too. There he goes, and he's looking pretty well. The Panther does go down too, and we are into the storm, so there is no targeting. The Sereneth value kind of drops off the cliff here at this point. Meanwhile, the Norm...
Oh, he gets the tag on the shield right before the storm goes off. Does the tracking still there?
It is. I think for a moment there, I saw it. Magnus isn't there. Maybe it's gone now.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, very early storm into this game. The Norn here trying to take pod shots, gets a full barrage through the storm onto Wraith, as now his health dropping low. Radar coming out, cable coming out from Husker. Manages to get stopped. They managed to stop the cable from the Serenith. But now Coinflip, health bars very low, 20%, 30%, 30%. Cable coming out from Nutella Sauce, grabs it. I don't think he really has the resources to be able to go further with this. He does not have Ox 2. Does not necessarily matter here in this case, but the shield would be nice from all the incoming damage that's coming through. He's bunny hopping his way to the point.
He did get the first tick, and I think that Coinflip, they may not be living long, but they are getting these keys to the point at least. And I think that this storm has been working into their favor. It's been very hard, especially as we know Illuminate is practically useless in the storm. That's perfectly fine. We have the Falcon scans to go out here, but it looks like Coinflip is just kind of taking control of a lot of these death timers and also being able to pressure these points before Valkyrie can really get up to their, bars and be able to stabilize. The storm is gone now, and Wraith is about to fall. There he goes, sitting on one of these a little long. Inferno is here to be a little bit of a nuisance, and he's cleaning up the other enemy Inferno. One shows who's boss. And meanwhile, this Sprayer is just trying to keep the Inferno, avenge his friend.
4 members down on the side of Coinflip. This is very dangerous. Valkyrie could possibly get a full 30-point swing and be back in this game if they're able to try and get enough pressure to grab this key. This is very rough. I mean, so Valkyrie have been kind of like just swarmed in this sense. Coinflip really taking advantage of these death timers and actually just completely favoring, hey, if you kill us on the drop-off point, that's fine. We're keeping it down to one specific point that you need to fight for, and we're more comfortable in the 6v6. So if Coinflip are able to try and keep this up, that's one thing, but now having all their members try and come back with 2 of them splitting off to this C point, losing 1 in the process, this is looking like it's going to be a lot better for Valkyrie. Already prepping the transform. He's free to take this point all on his own.
He just stood there, menacingly.
I mean, yeah, I'd be scared too if a plane was crashing into a building and like it just wasn't moving. It's like some GTA stuff. But like, Anyway, now back onto this fight at A. The rest of the members looking to collapse, giving up on the intercept on that initial point. Valkyrie managing to get the full upload there, evening the scoreline 42-43. And now Coinflip trying to just climb back into this game now. They've lost their momentum, but it's at least on even footing. Now, just as I say this, 2 members down. 2 members down on the side of Coinflip. The struggle of trying to get back, that extra little bit of rotation that they needed to do to try and get everybody back into their places, Valkyrie capitalizes on. They catch you on the rotate and say, okay, now you're out of position. We're taking this over. Now another kill goes over to Valkyrie, and this A point is looking Valkyrie favored.
It's going to be incredibly hard for Coinflip to get to this point. They are just tossing bodies onto it, and they are keeping Valkyrie off, but at some point, the death timer is just going to be so high that you have to give up and stop contesting this point. They do have one member preparing to go over to the B, so it's really up to ASW, their Falcon, and their Freyr on this point to keep stalling, but it doesn't seem that they can hold on for much longer. The teams of Valkyrie, Limmy was low, and the Falcon wasn't faring much better, but the Alphard, once again, is he just going to steal a point? No, it's fine. They do have somebody watching it.
Catches a concussion right to the face as he has to back off. The Elysiness not allowing him to grab another point for free, and now it's a split fight. Is Coinflip able to handle this split pressure? Currently, Simulacrum actually taking out Thrax and still has access to rearmor. He's looking to go for the 2-piece. He manages to grab Leave No Bully. He can try and go for an armor capture here, breaks the tether first, sets up his fellow Serenith, and sees if he's able to try and grab this. Simulacrum with a 3rd! Triple kill for the Elysiness, as now Coinflip poised to take this A key and also putting up a decent front on the B side.
Extremely well played by Simulacrum. He got 3 kills off of that on speed. They had to be just kind of throwing 1v1s into him, and he just outplayed them. I saw that the Alpha was there, and he managed to kill him too. It wasn't looking too great. Meanwhile, they kind of accidentally gave up their entire 5-minute focus onto A. And now they have 2 keys. Well, one of them dropped off, but it's okay. I think the second one may go too. Nope, there he goes too. So they do get a little bit of points there, and they're looking to close it out on the next one.
I mean, that was very dangerous. If Valkyrie wasn't able to get those 2 intercepts, it was game over. And now the rest of them are able to collapse onto point C. But 3 minutes left on the clock, and how much time are they going to invest in this C point? Even if they get this, they're still going to be down at roughly about 12 points. So they need to start upping the kills. They're already doing so. 4 members down for the side of Coinflip, but they're still going to need one more key to push them over the edge here. B spawning in roughly a minute. They're going to need to get this quick.
It's going to be really hard because the Elysiness out there is just going to be sacrificing their lives for these points. It's not going to be easy for Valkyrie to clean up this point, but they do have the bodies on here. ASWG has been doing a really strong job on just using these missiles to keep them off of the point. Meanwhile, Valkyrie's just trying to find a way into getting to pick up the key in the first place. They've lost the last 2 keys just due to I don't know how, but the bodies of Coinflip just keep coming back, resurrecting Zombie from the dead. Meanwhile, Yusa is doing a really well job as this Panther just tanking all of this energy damage, like Panther does, and he's trying to find out these key picks. They do lose bodies. They lost Nutella, they just lost Inferno too, but Please No Bully is low too, and the Serenith is out of play as well. No Bully's gonna do his best. Maybe he'd be able to secure it too, a little risky. I think Sentient might be the better play. There's a sniper fire, but things are looking rough for Valkyrie, honestly.
I mean, they've been playing at a 3-man advantage for the last, 10 seconds, and they haven't been able to grab this point. The stall from Coinflip has been immaculate, but now it looks like Valkyrie might be poised to get this. No, Simulacrum coming in, the hero play with the buzzsaw, manages to stop the capture on C. They've already invested so much time into this. Are they able to even contest B at this point? They're splitting their forces so evenly that I don't know if they're able to get either of these points.
This is extremely well done with Coinflip. We were talking about their 2-4 split, and it looks like they've really improved upon it. They're keeping both of these points just absolutely pressured, and Valkyrie's just yet to be able to find a way in here. Great stun by the Norm, finishes off Simulacrum. They are up to 35 seconds death timer on their Serenith, and Elysiness is going to have 20 seconds, so they do have a little bit of grace period. But the question is that are they going to be able to take a point? They've constantly had these 1-2 man objectives, advantages, and they just cannot secure any of these keys.
This is just so rough. 40 seconds on the clock. Valkyrie need to make a move, and they need to make a move fast. But Coinflip, even 2 members down, still providing so much pressure. Valkyrie manages to grab the point from B. It's a mad dash, but I don't think this is going to be enough. Valkyrie now sending the rest of their members. They do manage to get the key. You have 20 seconds. Run, 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 go! Oh my God, they managed to steal it. 99 points. Valkyrie steal it from Coinflip in the last seconds. A true buzzer beater.
That was an incredible finish. 25 seconds on the clock, and they managed to not just take one, but both keys, and they run away with it too. I think that was just amazing. Oh my God, I don't know how they did it. They looked so on edge, and Coinflip just had the match in their hands. But I think at this point, this long into the game, the timers were just adding up without without abandon.
Oh my God. I mean, the second that first key goes over, you know that Coinflip immediately just reactively goes, wait, what? And just looks over. That one moment, enough for Valkyrie to take that second point and just run away with the game. That was insane.
Jeez. Coinflip was on 85 and had such a strong lead for so long, and just in the very last, not even minute, half of a minute, Valkyrie turns things around. Absolutely incredible comeback from them. Now we're here, 2-1, Valkyrie. The ball tosses into Coinflip's court. Where do you think they're going to go next? That was their map pick.
I mean, now, like, with Valkyrie being able to take these 2 points, they have already used up both of the key maps here. I mean, are we looking to go further objective style, or does Coinflip just say, you know what, let's just see if we can actually beat them in the TDM? We've been able to kind of hold our own in that regard. We've been the ones who are primarily getting like the first kills. So maybe that's your game plan. Like, at this point, you just got to throw something, like, just throw ideas at the wall for Coinflip, because now one more win, Valkyrie moves on to, Valkyrie moves on to finals.
Coinflip has been doing very well against Valkyrie, who, you know, I think predicting at the start looked very, very strong. But Coinflip's been doing very well against them, but they need to win. You know, plain and simple, they need to actually close out these matches. Otherwise, Valkyrie's just going to be able to get these leads or these comebacks. And I think that Coinflip, you know, going into the next match needs to just, you know, don't worry too much. They were ahead of this. They lost it. That's all right. They had control. Just take a chill pill, recenter, think about what are we going wrong. We're dying a little bit too much. We're giving it a little too many bodies. We're doing a great job disrupting. And they had some key picks. You know, I don't think Thrax's Norn was staying alive that much. You know, they were getting good picks onto No Bully, on to the Alphard as well. They just need to hone in on that and just not die too much along the way in achieving that.
Going for another payload map, Longman. A cute little Sakurugumi reference in the chat. But anyway, Longman, the choice for Coinflip, seeing as they feel confident on these payload maps, maybe another run back of the Hurricane Panaka lockdown. But do we think that, especially with how comfortable Jake is on the Lumine, do we think that they actually just take out the Panaka here?
Panaka on payload maps is always such a good deterrence against any of the dive onto ultra heavies. So the question is, well, are they going to ban the ultra heavy? Maybe they ban the Hurricane. I highly doubt it, but it could be looking into just a ultra heavy free game unless they do want to ban the Panaka. Then it becomes a lot more risky. We haven't seen Valkyrie obviously play the ultra heavy, so what do you think that Coinflip will be banning on their side then?
I mean, honestly, you probably, like, I think they had the right idea in banning the Norn last time. Because at that point, like, I know that apparently Thrax is actually, like, his primary pick is Hell, but with the way that Valkyrie are drafting right now, maybe that Norn is actually like a just linchpin for their composition on payload, and taking that away from them, it seemed to give Coinflip a little bit more of an edge. So with that in mind, I think Coinflip just keeps it stock standard. Just grab just take the Norn off the table, go with the same composition that they went with last time, And then it's Valkyrie's move to try and just counter them in draft.
I think that is a strong, decisive plan for Coinflip, and I think that on that they did pick Hell, sorry, Valkyrie did pick Hell, and they did lose the payload map. Coinflip did make a strong comeback on that, so I think that it could be the right play. That just getting rid of that Narn does seem to be a strong key piece for Valkyrie's composition. Even if it does die, it requires so much attention from Coinflip in order to get it off that, what happens after that? The team just kind of exhausts all the resources focusing on this Norn.
Proceed to ban Striker.
I mean, we'll just have to see. Coinflip, I'm expecting a Norn ban here, but we'll see if they want to do any adaptations. Nope. Okay, immediately going for the Norn. All right, smart. Now, Valkyrie, how much do we value the Machilia here? Honestly, I don't think they should do it. They should probably target out either the Panaka, maybe the Tricera, but no, they're sticking with the Machilia ban. They do not want to have
Striker.
the Machilia just dislodging anybody they have sitting on the cart. So we're just getting a run back of the Palm Bay comps most likely, unless... Nope, okay, ASWG on the Hurricane, Nutella Sauce on the Tricera, the North American special, apparently. I'm hearing rumors that apparently EU does not like to pick Tricera. Confirm that in chat for me, please. But yeah, just basically a run back of the Palm Bay drafts. However, Thrax going on to the Sky Raider this time.
Thrax? Sky Raider? Hell?
Yeah, I mean, energy damage. It zaps things,
Yeah. It's a fair
And
pick.
honestly, Sky Raider being one of the original answers to the Ultra Heavies on payload maps, I mean, it seems solid from what I'm seeing here. That in combination with the Inferno Serenith, like this is giving me Season 1 vibes. Oh, Thrax actually swapping over to the Hell.
I think it is the exact same draft that we saw in Palm Bay.
Yeah, so this is just a straight up run back. Coinflip looking to see if they're able to try and take this game back, even the scoreline up, bring us to a game 5.
I wonder, what do you think? So we saw that out of the gate, Coinflip struggled on the start of the payload map, and it seemed that Valkyrie had that
Prepare
aggressive
to
control. Do you think
engage.
that they're going to change anything about that? We know here that this first point is just absolutely kind of horrible to sit back and wait, and that the aggression is the name of the game here. Do you think that Coinflip like change their minds and maybe play things a little faster?
I mean, possibly, but the community sentiment overall is none of the points matter until C. So if you want to try and just see if you can stock death timers and use this opportunity to instead try and just bait your opposing team into giving up early deaths and try and just cascade that further into the later game, maybe that's a play for you. But right now, it looks like all Coinflip want to do is just lag back and just wait until this point comes up. But they're putting so much pressure into Nutella here.
They're really trying to get rid of this Tricera's defenses. They're not letting him set up. This Thrax is just throwing energy orbs, and there goes Yusa already. Nutella is very low himself. I don't think that he's going to survive much longer. And this first point is going same way as game 1, Valkyrie's favor.
Giving up the first point to Valkyrie, giving up a little bit of a early advantage, it seems. 2 kills on the board for Valkyrie, and looking to just press their advantage further. But are they going to overstep here? Thrax having to use the disguise kit to get out of there, flew a little bit too close to the sun, almost loses his life for it. Still in danger, actually. Fluid dropping. 50% HP on the... Oh my god, they're actually just going for the spawn kit. See if they're able to just keep Coinflip back in this little cubby here. Sit on their cart. Oh, this is devilish. Oh my god, just lock them in place. Keep the percentage as low as humanly possible. Gallant in a very rough position here, forced to dive all the way back. Needing to focus on himself, play his life here, but now Coinflip finally being allowed onto their own payload. And now Valkyrie just needing to do what they can to survive here. Thrax dropping to 1% HP. You need to get out of there.
How did he get out of there? What? And he made it? I saw him. This eliteness was locked onto him. There he finally goes. Okay, but Yusa does fall again. This Welkin, even though he's, pretty armored boy, he does feel a little bit paper thin here. It looks like Simulacrum is trying to focus on their Welkin, try to get a little revenge kill here. Use his HP around, just try to keep them off of the point. Probably going to be forced to get into his final life armor purge here. Might have to witness a respawn just to recontest here. The rest of his team is here though. There is nobody on their payload. They are focused on probably this point a little better. I think that's fine. This Tricera can just set up, blow through the enemy team, get rid of the Hurricane drones, but he's gone. And there comes the Tricera, and there he goes. Now, Freyr is looking a little rough. There comes the Blender, but he does finish off the enemy Panaka too. He gets stunned by the Norn. Wraith is looking bad. The Hell is there too. He's trying to finish off the Hell, and he's bulleting into the Blender, but there goes the Ox. He's trying to get out of there with invisibility, but now it's just another Dawn Smash put into the Boomerang Blender, and there he goes.
They had the right idea. Just let the cart naturally push and try and see if you're able to make up that percentage by taking B point. But no, Valkyrie answer with force, taking down 3 members of Coinflip. The Freyr being so oppressive, not allowing Thrax to actually play the game there, genuinely just putting him in the Buzzsaw Blender, as you said. And now Husker in a dangerous situation, burn the majority of his tools. He ends up going down to Simulacrum. So now nobody actually on the cart for Valkyrie. Coinflip managing to get a little bit of a percentage game back in this, and also holding the enemy cart a little bit. We're back to only a 10% differential.
This is an extremely cautious play by Coinflip. I think they're really trying to focus on playing both sides of their card and Valkyrie. Valkyrie doesn't seem too concerned on Coinflip's card. They really are concerned of, let's get to the next point and start setting up on the next point. But I think Coinflip, like Paul Blaze, that they have a little bit of a better just sit up and bunker point. And I don't think Valkyrie is aware of this. I think this final point really needs to go Valkyrie's ways if they're to win this. I think that if Coinflip ever gets the advantage on the card, they're just going to send it on in and win.
Right now, it's already looking like that's going to be the case. 3 members down on the side of Coinflip. Wraith holding his spawn for a little bit to come in at the same time as Suya. And now 5 members strong, looking to see if they're able to contest this C point, possibly get a little bit of damage going in before the point actually is available. And he's looking for an angle. He's popping the Berserk kit and now looking to just try and pounce onto the rest of Valkyrie. Now trying to go for Thrax, get him out of the fight before they have to set up. Do not let him get access to that. I mean, was it to the multi-drone electric storm? But he's not able to get on top of him. Thrax actually spacing so well. The point's up now, but Valkyrie, in all this time that they were trying to get these members down, Valkyrie just walk up and take the point. Still 10% differential, but right now, no additional points to try and get you out of this. Now it's just a TDM game. They managed to kill Jake on the Panaka. Thrax also dropping very low. Simulacrum doing a lot of work, loses an armor for it, but sets up the rest of his team to try and take down this Hell. But they don't have anyone on their own cart. Valkyrie able to just really push. Brain uncontested for the most part, now finally getting checked by the Freyr as he needs to try and get back onto this cart and stabilize. He just needs to get out of there, honestly. He doesn't have the backup from his team right now. Now, okay, there we go. Valkyrie, the Avengers are assembling, and they're trying to just push this a little bit further. We don't need to worry about Coinflip's cart too much right now. We're already in the lead. They need to check us.
This Hurricane is doing a very good job just sitting on the car, providing the defensive drones and barriers where needed. Even though the Fryer shoved him shoved him off the cart, he got right back on it, and it doesn't seem that Coinflip's been able to get any further picks after that. It seems that even though, okay, well, just as I spoke that, the Hurricane did fall, but they do have the Inferno questionable on the cart. Now the Welkin, that's a little bit better, has the Kanaka wall, but he's facing another energy blast by the opponents. Who was that? The Hurricane? Okay. And it looks like their Welkin is going down too. So now, I was about to say the Welkin was going to be on their cart, but it looks like they're going to focus on the enemy Serenet, who's trying to cable it to no avail.
Ends up stopping it briefly. Suya actually managing to take control of the enemy cart. This is huge. So now we're actually seeing them catch up 88% to 88%. And right now, Coinflip actually looking to push this in their favor. They're going for the win.
Is this going to be another incredible comeback by Coinflip? This is even more impressive than the first time. They didn't even win the third point. They didn't even get an advantage, and now we just have Valkyrie slamming bodies. But you can't slam bodies. That's a giant dinosaur. He has armor and plates and support of other giant hurricanes and prayers. This is going to be incredibly tough to stop. I don't think the Pinnacle Wall, even the Serenith Orbital Laser, just doesn't matter.
And Coinflip once again managing to clutch victory from the jaws of defeat. Another payload going over to Coinflip. Amazing gameplay. We're going to a round 5.
Oh my god, pull out the silver scrapes. This is a game 5 scenario. Once again, Coinflip just has this clutch factor when it comes to these payload maps. I don't know where they get it from.
Oh, I love to see it. Gallon typing in chat. We're fighting for the TGH rematch. Both teams looking to challenge the reigning champions. All right, if that's the prize here and not the core, I mean, hey, I'll take the core. But either way, if you guys want to take on TGH, you got one more game in your way. Coinflip, Valkyrie, let's see who comes out on top.
Tricera's always got you covered. Count on it.
Oh my god, this is so funny. Is Tricera actually just becoming the North American standard? Is that our dinosaur?
That is America's dinosaur.
It's just like a giant burger with a cannon on it.